Hello everyone, this is one of my favorite cars of all time. Not this model, but that car. It's the 1980, I think this won the World Championship in 1980, or at least the Monte Carlo Rally, that's what it says there. I don't know what this is. This is Mr. Craft? Is this a brand? I have a feeling this is a Tomica product, but for some reason it's labeled the 28th anniversary of Mr. Craft. Is that a store in Japan? It is actually licensed by Fiat, this model. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a little decal or a sticker. It's literally a sticker, but alright. And I wonder if there's a date on this box. I didn't see a date, but I'm pretty sure it's old, like 1980s old, or maybe, yeah, 90s maybe. So this is minimal packaging. If it gets me the product, fine. I'm okay with this, right? This is a very cheap bag, but it kept the box from scratching up the paint. So I kind of wish companies would go more towards this again. As long as you have good quality control at the factory, right? Then why buy all this extra plastic cases and stuff, right? So as you can see in this image here, it's running 2 fog lamps. And that's what this Mr. Craft is going for. And then here's the rear view. No license plate though on this one. Oh, maybe it's casted in. Alright. And now we're just running four auxiliary lamps. So 8 lamps in total. Thing's crazy looking. It just looks like a really high performance tissue box. That's why I like it. It's such a blocky styling. So unaerodynamic. Right? It's just a wall plowing through the air. It doesn't have a suspension. It doesn't have suspension. I thought, well, no, it does. It does. Yeah, okay. Just not as much in the front. So the bottom of this thing, oh, it is a Tomica product. Okay. Oh, boy, yeah. This thing is from 1979. Or at least the original casting. This livery, maybe, if this is 1980 livery, maybe this came out in 1980. So it's 1/60 scale. Good to know the scale, where it sits in the lineup, and then it tells you exactly what the car is. So that's nice. It is press fit together in the rear. Don't know what's going on in the front. There must be a tab or something somewhere up there. These tires are extremely narrow, and they're like Hot Wheels, where they're plastic tires and the wheels molded in. 5 spokes there. Yeah, and that's, at least they're sunken underneath the fenders, so that's kind of nice. Then it seems to have doors that open. So, yeah. Oh, well, look at that. It's got an armrest. That's nice. We might as well get the interior out of the way. I tend to forget the interiors. I gotta turn the light up. Alright. So, amazingly, that steering wheel is actually hollow. It's not a pizza pan. So, I'm surprised. There's some cushion details here. The seats are just extruded up from this plastic base, it looks like. Or maybe it's a separate piece, but not the most realistic looking interior, but this is also, again, many decades old now. Alright, so the printing, though, of these graphics is nice. It's paint. It's not a decal. It's not a sticker, right? Except for that other thing I pulled out. So this is great. Dark blue, sky blue here. The Fiat logo here. Number 1, Portal Wine. Miku Allen. Alright, so this is not Walter Roll's car. So this is not the winning car, I don't think. Walter Roll was the champion, I think. Or that was a car that was the champion. Anyhow, not enough paint in there, but I'm okay with that. The fender flares are alright. There's a little bit of an orange reflector here. Not on the back, though. Some sort of vent details here, and some sort of badge of sorts, maybe. That's the Abarth badge, probably. That scorpion thing. The door handle is weird because it doesn't, it's inset, it's not sticking out. I think it's supposed to actually stick out. Alright, this groove going down the side. The real car doesn't have a groove going down the side, I don't think. I don't know why they would have added that. It's strange. They should have just had the body come out a little more. See, like this, it comes out a little bit and then goes in. But this seems unnecessary. Oh well, it was, again, a long time ago this thing was done. Technically this should be all black, the molding around the windows, but this was probably a really cheap toy, so I'm okay with it. And then the front we do have tampo printing again with some Pirelli and other sponsorship. And then we have chromed plastic headlights and fog lights. These are dished inwards and these are domed outwards. I guess it works. Right, it looks like kind of a headlight. Seems to be okay. These things are just recessed, and honestly they just look white on the real photograph I pulled up, so I guess that's fine. It's nice they added black paint in here, and then the ribbing here seems okay. No, well, I don't actually see a badge. Oh, there actually is supposed to be a little rectangular badge here. They could have easily added that, but they chose not to. This side here, yeah, more real sponsorship there. Not sure what's going on there. Some sort of aberration there. Was it on this side? Yeah, it is on that side. I don't know. I don't know what that is. The little side vent I missed last time. Yeah, a little dark paint there. Alright, that looks good. Is there a fuel filler on this car? Maybe not. Alright, that's all legit. The taillights, unfortunately they're just all red. No orange or backups or anything like that. And then it just says 131. I guess that's better than nothing. And then this printing looks pretty good again. I'm going to zoom in on this little one. That would be the crispest one if it was... No, it's not the Abarth badge. It's just some radioactive looking symbol. There's a yellow circle in that rear photograph, but it has text in it. So I'm not sure why they chose to do that graphic that way. Maybe just a rectangular box in that circle would have been better. Okay, up top. Oh, nice. Oh, that's the fuel filler. Oh, sadly, paint rash or something, or just bad paint. No, that's paint rash right there. It is decades old. Oh, this is the Rally of Portugal. So I looked it up, and this car did win the Rally Portugal in 1981. It's just I didn't see a year on this badge. Maybe it's there. Oh, it is there. It's just so small. Yeah, it does say 1981 there on there. Alright, so that's cool. This is a winning car. And then we have a Abarth up there. Yeah, that paint rash, unfortunately. Tiny little badge there. Some venting on the front hood in front of the windshield as well. This is nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. There's a molded in rear view mirror there. Didn't catch that the last time, and we already saw the bottom. So, well, I gotta say, I mean, for something from the late 70s as a toy, it's actually pretty good. I don't think the doors were necessary, but, you know, kids wanted that, I guess. It's just that, the tires aren't realistic, and the wheels even less so, but they must have been shared, these wheels, Tomica, with every other car at that time, so makes sense. I think this deserves a wheel swap for sure. And here we are. So the internet tells me these are called Cromodora CD68. This style of wheel that came on this rally car during this race. I had some issues though. I printed my tires 5mm wide, but they really should be 4. I literally had to grind away the plastic here, and even still, my wheels are scraping the diecast. But they are sunken in there. The real car has really sunken in tires, so it doesn't roll, which is fine by me, but it's going to scratch the paint if I do that, moving it up and down. So that's it. I didn't even bother adding extra paint because I have better models of this thing, which I'll show you right now. So here's a cool picture from the actual race. It must have collided with something, but there are the wheels there. Look at that thing. I really like rally racing. They're cool. I think it's better than F1. F1, you do the same lap, so of course you're going to get better at running the same track all the time. So here we have, I think, a Kyosho version. Yeah, so Kyosho. Rally de something. What rally is this from? Oh, this is the Monte Carlo rally. I can't read the year, but anyhow. So this has, the actual colored plastic lights and stuff like that. So it's just better, more realistic, probably to scale compared to this thing. as far as 164 goes. What's probably not in scale, but still cool, is a CM. CM's is an extinct brand that did a lot of rally cars. It's just too big. I would take my chances saying that the Kyosho is in scale, because it's smaller. Cars from this era would have been smaller. And then here's Matchbox, which is, I don't know if they tell the scale on this old thing. It's from 1982, the original copyright. So I remember playing with these things as a kid. I forget the name of these wheels that I 3D printed. Sorry. But anyhow, I suspect only the Kyosho is actually a 164. But I like all of them. I really like a tissue box flying through the middle of the woods over snow and gravel and all that stuff. What is really weird is I'm now noticing in this photo, what is this dude all about? Is that a police officer or someone just taking a day off from the military? So, anyhow, yeah, people's fingers will get caught up in these things because they're trying to touch the car as it drives by. The heyday of rally racing. Okay, you can look up reviews of these other three in the channel. So thank you for watching today. We'll see you the next time we do a wheel swap.